Hello, YouTubers. My name is X Factor. Welcome to the beautiful and somewhat cloudy Hanai Resort. Today, we're playing some Conquest Size Large, where we're down a couple hundred tickets, and this is going to be a grind of a round. We're actually pop off the Mastery Doge tag for the A-91, a weapon that I used a ton of in Battlefield 3. While it's not as good in Battlefield 4, it's still a lot of fun, except for that part, when you have to go reload. It's kind of like the FAMAS of this class. A lot of fun until you reload. So it's got 800 rounds a minute, which is its strong suit, but it's got quite a bit of recoil, whether you're talking vertical or horizontal. You can hear the rattlesnake going off the suppressor, and that right there is the other strength, the hip fire. So at this range, quicker time to kill with the Magnum. Most of you guys already know I've been featuring the Magnum more and more and more because it can headshot from 40 to 41. And of course, across the map, if you hit them in the head, it leaves them with about 13 health, meaning if they get blown on basically by anything else, they're going to die. Or if they've already taken damage, that one bang in the head might be enough to take them down. Always use the nade before you start seeing the bad guys. The problem with the nade animation in most shooters is it takes a long time to go through that animation. So make sure you throw that nade out before you start seeing the bodies. Kind of take a read at your mini-map. Here's a tip a lot of people don't know. Spawn on the Jeep, spawn on the jet ski around these flags or the rib, and it pops you right off within feet of the burn. Don't just take the random spawn, but actually utilize the vehicles that are close. And I'm just going to sit tight here after I take this guy out. Why? We're losing the burn. My friendlies aren't on it, and I can see 3 or 4 red dots that more than likely are on the burn, and my health is low. I need for the regen to kick in. So we're just going to sit here a little bit longer until I have no option, and I have to push, go hunting. So their showing takes me down. I get him down to 9 health, but I was already super low. So that would have worked a little better if I had dead squad mates that were spawning on me, or I had some reinforcements, which I had none. So not much else I could have done here. And here's kind of a bad play. Kind of read the mini-map. See, I got friendlies here, and I'm just going to jump. But here's the problem. I got bad guys on both sides of me. Get 2 down. More than likely, the guy behind the container is super hurt. So here's another example of spawning in the BB Jeep and just trying to get a kill, trying to get this guy off the burn. Remember, every person you kill off the burn might have been the equalizer. Apparently, there's at least one more than there are of my teammates there, so they still maintain that burn. But it's all about challenging. This is what a grinder is, where you simply constantly push flags, spawn on flashing flags as quick as possible. Sometimes that one kill is all you need to equalize the flag, or even take it back. So we're talking about nade pieces here, set pieces. See a couple guys in the mini-map creeping up. Gotta reload because this thing takes around 2.7 seconds if it's got at least 1 on the mag, and 3.3 if it's empty. So there's the set piece right there. Get that nade out before you see these people. Because if you're in that animation, they're simply going to shoot you in the face because you're stuck. There's no way to cancel that animation. So here we are, spawning on the only guy left, and we might get all capped. We came back. We were actually up a couple tickets, but the all cap can happen depending on what their vehicles are doing. Are their vehicles staying up? Do they have a very good attack jet that's up? Well, you may not get your attack boat, your ribs, your LAVs back out of spawn and into play. It's all about the paper, rock, scissors, trying to balance the other vehicles in the game. I've said this once. I've said it a million times. You can't out-ground pound a team that has stud air. It's just extremely painful. And if you're loitering in between the flags, you're going to pay for it. So that's kind of the weakness of the A-91 is those longer ranges. What helped me out there is I was not strafing. If you strafe with this weapon and even burst fire, you're going to have a bad day. If you notice, the other guy engaging me was strafing a ton. He could have had the best burst fire in the world, tap fire in the world, but because he's strafing, he's adding deviation. He's adding spread to his shots. A couple of those probably didn't go where he intended them to go, around my head instead of through my head or my chest. And we see the mobile magic missiles that we're going to creep on, because who really likes getting pounded by the thing? It was kind of harassing me earlier. I kept on the move, but it looks like it took some damage because the first one hit for 45. The second one killed it on a similar angle, so that other one probably hit for 45, 46. Parachute coming in. Trying to get to these flags as quick as possible, and there is a service star for the A-91 as we're on our way to the Mastery Doge tag. As the attack bolt rolls up, and I missed because I put the lead on him, but it was based on when he was moving very slow. That's the one reason why you don't want to have a tank, LEV, or attack boat ever stop moving, no matter what kind of space you're in. That little starting and stopping can make a small an RPG miss. That means you probably don't have a mobility hit, or you haven't had to blow your APS, extending your life out. Showen's dead on the burn. That means we're still winning that burn, and it's no longer a challenge. That one body can make a big difference. If he would have gotten to that rubble, he might have cleared it out, might have had some teammates spawn on him. So here's the sneaky way in. Both sides of the hotel are down. Everybody's asking for refunds because everybody's room's got leaks. And the recon throwing C4 down by the elevator is not helping the operational status of that at any time soon. This hotel's ratings are quickly going down the shitter. So clear out a guy, get the burn back, reload, because that's a question you have to ask yourself when you're using the FAMAS or A-91 or anything with a lengthy reload. And here's almost a brain fart. I start shooting and stop shooting because I thought that was a teammate based on the blue chevron in the background. So back to that thought process. Do I reload? Do I not reload? Because, again, it takes you 2.7 seconds or longer. So there's a perfect example of them rushing back to the burn and clearing us off. He can burn from up there. So one thing about Hanai Resort, as it is with most maps, there's always a flag that is an absolute resource hog. Seize that flag. You get tons of infantry playing the top that aren't on the burn. They're playing around. They aren't on the burn. You can have 10 or 15 teammates there, and you could still be losing that burn. My advice, if you want to make a comeback or just stomp a team out, ignore it. Go for their 2 gimmies and your 2 gimmies. Keep pressure on 3 or 4 of those 4 flags where people are least likely to respond, and it makes this round a lot easier. But if shit's hitting the fan and you might lose your only flag, you might want to hit it. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you soon.